I want to first of all welcome everyone to the world of human rights theories. We are going to be touching upon some core concepts and some foundational principles and the history of how rights ideas emerge. These are necessarily related topics, and even though some of the authors that will be mentioned in this presentation do not address all of those things, we will see over time how it helps to have an appreciation for core concepts, philosophical premises, and some political history of ideas in order to grasp the core aspects of human rights theories at present. As you can sense, I am making this recording using a deliberately measured pace, which may come across as sounding slow to some of you, but I appreciate that for many of you, listening to English language ideas can be a challenge, and therefore I want to try to be certain you can follow as best you can the speech and pause or return to any parts that you may not get first time around. The first part of this presentation concerns some core human rights concepts, and I am taking many of this section from a book by Brian Orend on human rights concept. I will be listing references in the notes to this YouTube lecture. But just so you are aware, this book by Brian Orend, that's O-R-E-N-D, is readily available online if you would like to consult it, and it is a good reference for some definitions of core concepts. So without further ado, let me jump in. The notion that as human beings, we all share a basic level of equal moral worth is, in many respects, a very modern concept. And by now, it may strike us as a truth and fact that we should not have to defend or explain. In fact, we find that it is a principle that is challenged either directly or indirectly, even through the present. And certainly it was not a generally held view in the past. So if we ask ourselves this question, what makes us think that we are all equally entitled to human rights? What makes us believe that just because we were born biologically human, we are entitled to rights, regardless of what other qualities we may possess. So I encourage you then to simply pause on these questions and begin to answer them on your own. The idea is to help us to see how the premises on which human rights writing, advocacy, or formal ideas that come through laws and conventions and are maintained in human rights organizations and institutions, they all work from this premise or these premises. And it's important to draw this out, what these premises are, and to hold them in question for a bit, to appreciate their significance.